Hey guys! So today I'm going to talk to you about my past job experiences. I've had a few actually. I've been working since I was 13 years old. My parents owned a small coffee shop back in the day, so I was able to start working early and I just wanted to make money at the time and I just kept making money since then. So, one of my jobs that I used to do was I used to work at the coffee shop, as I said. So I would make coffees, I would, talk to the customers, clean the counters, make food, clean the floors, just a whole bunch of stuff. The other job I used to work at was at TJ Maxx. I used to cash customers out. I used to organize all the clothes racks, allow them in the dressing room, help them when they need something. And then I didn't really like that job too much just because it was a little bit chaotic and I was still in high school at the time. So then after that, I decided to be a busser at Faye's Pizza. And I didn't really like that either just because they were really rude. So then I finally stumbled upon a daycare before this job. And I actually really enjoyed working there. I was there for about 2.5 years before I came to Sale. It is very stressful because you're around kids, but at the same time, it's really fun because you're around the kids. So I put together like a little routine that we used to do, just so you have a visual. I don't know if you can see, it's really bright. But so pretty much one of the important things that we used to do at the daycare is circle time. And that would happen 3 times a day. And it's important because that's when you get to know all the kids in your classroom and you go over like the basic stuff such as colors and shapes and what they're doing this weekend, and if there's a holiday we talk to them about the holidays. But basically what a regular morning circle would look like is we would go over the date, so what month it is, the day it is, what day of the week it is. We would go over the weather and we would observe if it's raining, what we would wear if it's raining, all that good stuff. We would sing, a lot of singing actually, pretty much with every circle, and even just throughout the day there are songs all the time. It never stops. You feel like a Disney princess. And then we go over birthdays too in the morning circle. So whoever has a birthday would wear a morning crown and we would congratulate them for their birthday and celebrate that child all day. And so after morning circle, we had a whole schedule. So that's one thing about kids that's super important, is they have to have a routine. If they don't have a routine, it gets kind of chaotic, especially when you have 20 kids in one room. But yeah. So after the morning circle, we would have them wash their hands and brush their teeth. Then they would eat breakfast. After breakfast, they would wash their hands. And then typically we would do lesson, and most of the time lessons are like an arts and craft, or we would help them make something or do a science experiment with them. There's different lessons for each day that the teachers would plan. So after lesson, we would usually have them go outside so they can get out all their energy, because anyone that has been around kids or has worked with kids or is a parent knows that kids have a lot of energy and they need to just get outside and move. So yeah. After they would play outside, we would make sure that they would come in, go to the bathroom. That's one huge thing that we focused on the daycare a lot, was training them to go potty, change their diapers, all of that. It's a huge deal before they go into regular elementary school, I should say. So that's where we start them at. So for lunch, we would have a circle before that. And pretty much we would read them a book. Again, we would sing some songs if we had any, or we'd play some games. So for the games, we'd play like I Spy, or the teacher would say, oh, anybody with blue hair can line up at the sink and wash their hands, or anybody with red shoes can line up and wash their hands and get a plate and a napkin for lunch. And so after lunch, they would wash their hands and brush their teeth. Of course, go to the bathroom because we don't want any of the kids to have accidents, during the nap time. That's always a lot to deal with, and without waking the other kids up because they're all in the same room. So after nap time, we would wake them up. Again, we would make them go to the bathroom or change their diapers depending on the age group that you worked with. I pretty much was the teacher floater, so I was in every single room. I knew all the kids' names, their comp plans, I knew all their diaper change times. I knew them all. And so after they would go to the bathroom, we would have them play pretty much for the whole afternoon, and they would just kind of do whatever they wanted. So if they wanted to play with Legos, if they wanted to play with the dress up center, if they wanted to color, they could color. If, we had a whole bunch of activities for them, puzzles, music, they could read books, whatever they wanted that day. And so after all of that, we have the last circle, which is right before snack. And so pretty much, again, we would read them a book, or we would play games such as Wonder Bowl, or anything that would keep them entertained, honestly, because depending on their moods and the type of week they had, it could all change and it all varies. So after they do the snack circle, they would, again, wash their hands, eat snack. After they eat snack, they would wash their hands again. And then if they need to go to the bathroom, again, we send them to the bathroom. And we have them get their stuff ready to go home. Because a lot of times when they're done eating snack, it's time to go home. The bus will pick them up, or parents start to come in. So we would help them get their backpack all set. If some of the kids had homework, their homework in their backpacks. If some kids are low on diapers or whatever, we would make sure we wrote notes and put it in the backpack for them. It really depended on the day and which age group you were with. So it is a lot of responsibility working with kids. And as you see, I repeated myself the entire time because kids are all about routine. If you don't have a routine with them, it's just not going to work. They need a set schedule, especially in a daycare, so that they know what to expect when they get there. They're not going to have anxiety about who they're with, because, they don't always know you, so it's hard to behave well with you if they don't know you. They might be scared, so you have to get them into that routine. And also, there's a lot of other parts to the job, too. Some kids are going to be mean no matter what. You could be the nicest person to them, and they'll still spit at you. They'll spit at you. They'll scratch you. They'll slap you. It's just how it goes. Kids are kids. It doesn't matter how much respect they have for you or not. They will still try to smack you. And again, that's all part of the job. And the most important qualities to have to be a daycare worker is you have to be super patient. Because if you're not patient, you're going to be short-fused, and those kids are going to know that you're mad, and they're going to take advantage of the fact that you're mad, because then they'll think that you'll allow them to do things. So yeah, they'll definitely think that you'll let them do whatever they want if you aren't on top of things. And yeah. So another thing to the job too that kind of is stressful is sometimes you'll see kids are dirty or not taken care of or have bruises or are hurt in general, and it's not fun seeing that. And you have to report every single thing. If a kid comes in and they have a bruise on their arm, you got to write it down. You got to report it because you don't know what's going on at home. Sometimes being at the daycare can be one of the safest places for the kids. It all depends on where they come from. They all have different backgrounds. And that was one of the things I really didn't like about it. I just don't like seeing kids be mistreated, and it's just kind of a lot. It's stressful in that area for sure. But aside from that, I absolutely loved the holidays at the daycare because all day you'd be celebrating. If it was Christmas, you would be wearing Christmas colors, you would have Christmas music on, doing a parade throughout the entire school. So it can be a lot of fun because, again, you're working with kids. It's not going to be serious. You're not just going to be cleaning all day. It's being around their personalities, and you get really attached to them. They become family to you, really, because you're with them 5 days out of the 7, so they're definitely family members at that point. So yeah, that's really it. It can be a really fun job. It's just like I said, you have to be really patient, and you have to be able to gain the kids' trust, and also have a set schedule every day and be on top of things is really important. So yeah, if you have any questions, just definitely leave them in the comment box below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, guys. I hope you are all staying safe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.